America's.
No, but even no, because if you go look at the Sam Seder ones, all of them are Sam Seder crushed them. Like he has a coherent worldview and they don't. So if you look at these LGBTQ ones where they do have a chance to open their mouth and a few words utter out of their mouth, you get to see their true colors.
You know, the thing about Sam is that he's got like a high school equivalent education. And I'm not saying that to drag.
So this is the full. So what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I did like part of this clip before, and I did it through Sam Seder's like responses. And I had to go back and see the whole thing. I said, because at first I was like, I'm not going to be able to find it. I was able to find it, and I wanted to cover it because it goes in, there's more that happens here. So this Tim Pool is still dragging Sam Seder, but he doesn't just drag Sam Seder, he drags David Pakman, he drags Luke Beasley, right? And then goes back to Sam Seder again. So that's what we're going to watch, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
At best.
Again, I'll stress this to all his fans. I am not saying this to be like, oh, yeah, well, he's dumb. I'm saying when I tried debating him, it was like 7 years ago. This is like the famous moment where I mentioned that his view on universal health care was basically an argument between deontological moral ethics and utilitarianism. And he says, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, oh. At that point, I should have said, okay, Sam, read some philosophy books to better understand moral ethics and philosophy, and then maybe we can try and understand the world together. But I should probably just say, if you don't know what these things are, I don't know how we have a conversation. Instead, I made the mistake of trying to...
I mean, but at the same time, it's like, maybe, you know, in context, like, I'm going to give you full transparency. In context, I could figure out what he's saying, but I don't speak in those terms like that. And so to even make that point is kind of like gaslighting too a little bit, because it's like what you're saying is, oh, because you don't say my terms, then you don't know what I'm talking about. And I could see this person, by the way, too, during 2020 with the COVID, and kept fence-sitting on ivermectin, fence-sitting on hydroxychloroquine. I took a bunch of stuff. I don't think that the ivermectin worked. And guess what? I'm a nurse, and I'll tell you that it did work, okay? And you don't know my terms, so maybe you're just dumb. Like, I just can't take it. I really can't, y'all. By the way, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Please subscribe if you're new to this channel. Please, thank you so much.
Dumb it down so that someone of his limited knowledge, again, not meant to be an insult. I'm saying he literally didn't know what deontology is. If I try to dumb it down so he can comprehend that, he started mocking it and making jokes about it. It's like, okay, so he literally can't comprehend, nor can he hold a serious conversation. And then I think you had the famous moment you asked him about consequentialism.
Yeah, utilitarianism. Because what I established at the beginning was like, well, you gotta hear, when you hear this guy's show, all he does is just talk a bunch of smack. And he says, Trump is evil, conservatives are evil, religion is evil. But I asked him, on what basis? Is it a preference? He said, yes, it's a preference. He even admitted on his show after, it's all a preference. So if it's all a preference, if we take trans rights away, women's rights away, you have no problem with that. So anything he said after that was a self-contradiction. It was a self-refutation. So if you say it's all a preference, and then you put into the purview of morality, that's a self-refutation.
Right.
So he doesn't know what he's... So if you have...
He could not comprehend what you just said to me right now.
Right.
No, I'm not going to say that. You see, and again, it goes back to me, you know, defending almost, you know what I mean? Like defending Sam Seder. I am not defending Sam Seder. It's just that I don't like talking about people necessarily when, okay, that's, I'm a reaction channel. I'm literally doing it right now. It's just to say certain things, you know, people assume a lot about me. They really do, because they can't peg me. I just don't like this business of like, see, he couldn't understand what you just said there. Like, how do you know? Maybe he didn't know the other thing, but how do you know he couldn't understand this? Like, it's like, what are we talking about, right? Furthermore, they've never watched his show. I do not agree with a lot of what Sam Seder says. He does leave words out to make it appear a certain way about XYZ kind of thing. But he doesn't just say Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. He doesn't. And I've been now having to like look at leftist shows, like I said, because I'm clipping for other people and things like that. So I end up watching his show. I'm not saying he's the best. Again, I'm not watching Sam Seder for fun. But, like, guys, we cannot make these arguments. Like, let's make better arguments. Let's just put it that way.
Right. So the reason why this is important is if you have no system, if you say, oh, I'm just going to go with the flow, it's all arbitrary. It's all willing to change overnight. So if he says raping is wrong right now, tomorrow he could believe in rape.
Well, yeah. This is and this is a prominent
I'm gonna
liberal
have to edit that. Come on, man, guys, can we not use these words?
podcaster with millions of subscribers, and this is the world they inhabit.
Right.
A great example, David Pakman. He had a video. He's got so many. It's remarkable, and I think this is why Democrats are in complete and utter disarray right now. It said Donald Trump threatens to wipe blue states off the map. This literally never happened. Donald Trump said in the midterms, you're going to be surprised. In fact, these blue states might get totally disappeared from the map. We know what he was saying. He was saying that they're going to turn red.
Right.
There will be.
I'm going to show you how these people are becoming extremely hypocritical in their speaking. Like, we're not going to do this, right? So you're going to complain about that with Donald Trump. And now I'm forced to, unfortunately, have to defend Jasmine Crockett, a female that she is not my type at all. Like, she's really not, as far as, like, I can't stand the way she talks. Like, I can't stand her wig right now. I really just cannot. Like, I can't take it. But what I don't do is move the goalposts for others. It doesn't give me more cool points to do that. I don't know what we're fighting for, if it's cool points or not. I want you to listen to this.
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. I think and I love Colin, and I think towards the end he started to punch a little harder. But like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him, like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right?
If y'all can't understand, and I know she is, and the way she talking, and it's like, it's Ted Cruz, and you gotta knock him over the head. And maybe we need to, this is why we can't say stuff like bloodbath then, right? Like, don't make me be this person. This lives a TikTok. Rep Jasmine Crockett says to punch your opponents and calls knock Ted Cruz over the head. Rep Jasmine Crockett is explicitly calling for violence. She needs to be investigated. Like, what is it? Yo, man, what is going on, bro? Like, because are we at that point where now I have to, like, what is this, man? This is not a W post. She's clearly not, okay, all right, Catherine Brodsky would, I mean, this is literally illegal. It's textbook inciting violence. Whether ever someone going to actually be held accountable for words? She keeps digging those holes, doesn't she? Pembandi, if you actually do anything about it, what is going I guess we just forget about this this while the crowd goes wild while he says it. Hypocrite. Let me see. And I want you to know, I love when Trump talks out the side of his neck. It's been a long time since he's done it the right way.
Smiling, laughing, like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. Somebody else, I won't mention, but they were nasty to me. They took smiling, laughing, like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he said, I like to punch him in the face. Shout out to like, so what is going on? Like, be careful, Miss Crock, for you reach what you sow. Like, y'all are big. I just really hope that these people are botted. Because I hope those are bot answers. I want to check out something else, too, before I wrap this one up, because we just got a lot going on with, like, look, again, I'm not here to get mad at how people get their bag. So, but we're going to look here at, because Tim Pool has different outlets, right? So he is bringing in the money. Like, we're not going to act like he's not bringing in the money. I'm going to go to Timcast, right? Oh, shoot. I'm going to go to Timcast, and I just want to see one of his episodes, how many views he got. And believe me, he got more than me. We could already, so 126, 74,000, 230. All right, that's good. I don't know. For some reason, he calls on David Pakman a lot. Like, I thought it was like one or two times that he does call on him a lot.
Watch this guy.
We're doing this on the fly together. Okay. Damn, David Pakman is, well, yeah, he's not doing, I don't know why he's calling on David Pakman so much. I mean, he gets pretty good numbers, but I just don't understand why, like, he really calls on David Pakman. Well, Pakman is annoying, and he is annoying. But I just feel like a lot of these people, they are just hypocritical. I think I'm just getting jaded about a lot of things.
No more blue states because they will be red. And David Pakman titles it, Trump threatens to wipe blue states off the map. And he gets 500,000 views from it. And these low IQ individuals, limited comprehension, are going, whoa, and they watch it. Mm-hmm. I imagine a good portion is hate watching, though, but.
Sure. Yep. Is that why guys like Luke Beasley. Like he's a pundit. He does a show. Like he's supposed to be all knowledgeable and whatnot. And Enrique is just a dude who got sentenced sometimes and was living the life. Is that why he won't talk to Enrique?
Luke Beasley will not debate Enrique Tarrio because Luke Beasley doesn't know anything about January 6th. And there's that extremely viral clip where I was yelling at him saying, you want to put people in prison without, and everything, and part of what I was saying, I misspoke on one. I said a guy without charge or trial. I meant without trial or bail. Some people have contested whether he, it's his administrative actions that are doing that. But so I was not even perfect in that regard. But he doesn't know anything at all. And we recently had on Culture War, we had Prime, who was debating Gibbs, and we were discussing Doge. Now this dude, Prime, he's a Twitch streamer, fantastic. Liberal guy, we argued. I thought he was wrong. He pushed back. He argued why he thought he was right. And I said, okay, so now we're arguing about our interpretations of the Constitution, and this is an actual legal debate that neither of us are qualified to actually answer. We just have preference, worldview on how the courts.
Him there because he's going to talk about the guy Prime or whatever. And then he goes back and he does talk about Sam Seder being dumb again. And I just feel like, look, I always end with shout out to everybody and how they get their bag. The other thing I want to say too, he's talking about, David Pakman put on his title, there will be no more blue states. Oh, that's crazy. But see the way he lies, and that's why his audience, bro, it is called getting people to watch his show. Okay? Like, sorry, Tim. Okay? I'm pretty sure I tied up this. Tim Pool returns to annihilate Sam Seder again. Like, come on, man. Dad, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I want people to see my stuff, and I have good things to say. So I'm not going to be mad at somebody if they clickbait. I don't like calling it clickbait if they engage. If they command attention better than me. I'm not mad at them. You shouldn't be either. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.